Hey, all right, guys. Hey, I skipped the intro tonight because I'm late. Late for an important date. It is what it is, but hey, thanks for being patient. My 4-year-old did not want to sleep on time. And that's how it goes sometimes. That's all right. We all deal, don't we? But how's everybody doing? I know I was chatting you all up a little bit. That was kind of fun. Um, all right. So, I didn't need the magnesium, Darren. Thank you. US1. I'm still strong on GTI and Finger. Listen, GTI stuff should be coming out later this week, if not April 1st, which is Monday. So we should have a 10K from GTI with some good. And Finger, the news that came out this week so far was not what I was expecting, but I still think more might be coming. So nothing to worry about on either of those. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, she's out, Donna. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the help. Bowling league tonight, Northwest. How good of a bowler are you? Be honest. Be honest. Have you ever bowled a perfect game?
They got a new iteration coming. I think that's going to.
I don't want to hear Jim Cramer's voice. Nobody wants that. What's up, Richie? Crazy? All right, guys. I'm single parent right now. My wife's out of town, but thank God I got a little good beer. Got good peeps to talk to. Today was just a wild day. Your top score 292. Good Lord, so close to perfect. Ouch, Morty. I think my top is like 186. What's up, Big Orange, Vinman? You're dogging me a Bitcoin, a whole Bitcoin? That's rough. That's too rough. That's just mean. ZJ, well, it's 26,000 shares order bought in today. Wow. Marcelo, what's going on? Crazy Larry, 600 GDC on the dip. Just going 50. Don't be like that. We got to believe it's not, but who knows? GDC has been disappointing to say the least. I agree. Rich, you tried buying GTII today. Your broker canceled it. Are you serious? That's pretty crazy. Canceled your full order. Wow. That's nuts. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little discombobulated because I'm late. I didn't get my couple minutes beforehand to set up. So just bear with me for just a couple minutes here as I get sorted. But we'll be all right. What's up, Susan? Kryptonian Larry Fink said the economy had nothing to worry about. So we're all good. I love it. All right, guys. Hey, so I am going to go through a few things tonight. It wasn't a crazy news day like yesterday was, where there was just so much going on, but I'm still going to go over a couple things. Obviously, market stuff. I'm here to answer any questions. And then I thought we'd do something fun tonight. I thought I'd open it up to members if anybody wanted to maybe call in tonight. And so we could just do a couple call-ins if anybody wants to do that. So it'd be for members only. I'll post no, you guys will get to watch. Anybody can watch, but members will be calling in. So I want to leave it to them first. And then if nobody wants to, we'll open it up more. But I have a number set ready for that. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know. Cause I think that would be fun to start having some people on every once in a while. Let's talk gold going to 3,000. I mean, yeah, gold's wild. Let me pull this up right here. Let me get this going here. Hold on a second. All right, check it out. Gold at 2,209, holding steady. Hit 213 today. Pretty crazy. All right, 2213, I should say. Yeah, gold is nuts. Gold could easily go to 3,000 if the market goes through the downturn I think is coming. Please cover the cannabis sector. Angel, I'm so sorry. I'm not the person to talk cannabis. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I think from what I've seen, the stocks seem in pretty good shape, but that's all I know. When you got 2,700 GTI from Fidelity, it filled in 3 parts. Really? They've been having trouble selling GTI for a while now. BT Walker, South Africa. Wow. What time did you, what time is it there? I'm interested in what the time difference is. A steadily expanded. What is that supposed to mean? Are you saying I got bigger? I don't think cannabis is going to be federally legal soon, but my new channel, Just Mike, great question. I think I'll have my new channel up on Saturday, but here I'm going to post in the chat what it's called. So I'm calling my new channel, which I'm not leaving this channel, but I am going to have a side channel for those interested. It's going to be called Epic Awakening, but it's Epic, EPOCH. Okay, so I'll just put it in the chat right there. That'll be my new channel. It should be launching Saturday. Gretchen, what's up? Market, hello from Red, Florida. Your governor signed the law to shut down squatters today. I love that. I also love they just signed to ban social media from allowing anybody under 14 or 14 and under to be on social media. I think the whole United States should do that. Social media is terrible for kids. It is awful for them. What's up, Jenny L? Vinman, Germany legalizing pot. Why Kamal kind of spilled the beans. Thoughts on GDC volume? I don't have much to say about GDC. That's all ham right there. You got vintage boxed wine. Wow, Kathy, you're pretty exciting. Roblox gamer, what's up? New study shows more than 2/3 of Americans believe cannabis should be legalized. Look, I don't smoke. I have no problem with cannabis being legalized, or at the very least completely decriminalized. I have no problem. Nobody should be in prison for pot. I don't know if I want it fully legalized though, and I'll tell you why. It's a pain in the ass if you don't smoke to be around it. It really is, and I'm sorry, it just is. It's so much secondhand smoke. It stinks to high heaven. My neighbors smoke. It comes in my yard all the time. I hate it. And when I go out anywhere, if somebody's been smoking, it's nasty. And it honestly isn't good for you if you smoke a lot. So I don't know if it should be fully legalized or if it should just be regulated highly, like alcohol. I don't know where I completely stand on cannabis. I don't think listen, if you want to smoke, I don't think you shouldn't have, not be able to smoke. So that's how I feel. So I guess that would be legalized, but I think there should be limits. I guess that's what I mean. But I don't know. I hate the smell of it. I've been high 3 times in my life. It didn't do anything for me. I'm not against it. I don't think anybody who's in jail for cannabis or weed is stupid. Nobody should be fined for it, anything like that. I don't really know what to do with it though, but I also kind of hate the idea of everybody doing it. So I just think it's nasty. But that's just me. Ron DeSantis is not going to be VP. He burned that bridge with Trump pretty bad. I think it's good that he's governor, get a little more time in. He's doing good in Florida, and maybe he'll get back on the MAGA train and be ready for 2028. Morty, I'd love to hear my thoughts on how a rise in stock price and Finger and GTI will look like. Well, I think what's going to happen over the next few weeks, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some more strength in these. And then there's a battle to break out. Now, the exception is if the market collapses. If the market crashes, which I do think is very likely in the next few months, if the market crashes before they run, it's going to be fast and furious. They're just going to break almost immediately. But if it's a fight up before that, it's going to take a little time building up. That's how I look at it. A lot of people go with edibles. I'm fine with edibles. Hey, Jenny L, good to see you, friend. Nice rhyming tonight. Gary Ball, Vegas stinks now. Pot smell everywhere. Yeah, the smell just sucks. It just ruins it for everybody around it. It really does. And the other thing I have a problem with pot, and like I said, I'm not trying to be that guy because I have friends that smoke. I don't care if they smoke, but this does bother me. I don't like it being around my kids. And if it's fully legal and can be around my kids, that's a problem because even in my backyard, like I said, with my neighbors, my kids are smelling it. Sometimes I have to bring them in because it's so strong. I don't want my kids getting contact highs or anything. And I've had contact highs before. It is what it is. It's not but I don't want it for my kids. You know what I mean? And there are pot is not perfect, just like alcohol is not perfect. Pot does have it does have a record of some people getting schizophrenia from it. Even Joe Rogan admits that, and he's a big pot guy. So we just got to keep it away from kids. So I don't know how you do that, but we have to come up with some good rules before we fully legalize it. We can't just be like, it's okay. We gotta come up with a good system here. What's up, Armand? What's up, Robert? Kevin? Small position DXYZ had a winning day. Nice. Forgot that was possible. Not me, man. I've been killing it in DJT lately. DJT's been very good to me. I told you guys I thought I was going to bounce back, and look at that, baby. $8 up today. It's just beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you, Donald Trump. Gretchen, I see the Bloomberg article about a company suing Jeffries for holding them hostage. No, but that's good. More attacks on Jeffries, good for everybody. Barbara, what's up? DB, Williams seems to move away from the fight now. He's very disappointed, depressed, not sure what changed. I don't know. I haven't talked to William in a while. I'm sorry to hear that. I haven't been watching him. That's rough. And, I know William has some stuff going on. He has for a while. And if the stock's not moving yet, I definitely could understand how it's hurting him. Who went to meet with the CEO of Univest? I don't know. Miles, try being in Canada. Pot shops every corner, right beside each other. People smoke everyone on the street. See, that's what I don't want. So we got to figure out something here. I don't think pot should be illegal, so let's start there. But maybe the rule should be you can only smoke it in your home. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Benjamin, one of the reasons, to go to your quote, one of the reasons I never smoked is because I had a friend who was a genius, and we're talking super genius. His IQ is like 175 in high school. He was on the fast track to become a doctor. He had a full ride scholarship to UC Davis, which, if anybody understands UC Davis, that's not anything to sniff at. Full ride academic scholarship. Super genius. Senior year, he discovered pot, started smoking like crazy. Year later, that's all he wanted to do. He dropped out of UC Davis, and I saw him 5 years later, and he was still working at Taco Bell as a manager. So I have seen pot ruin people's lives because they get too into it. Oh, Kathy, I agree that the what's it called, of vaping is worse for kids than weed. But it doesn't mean that pot's not bad for them. So tasty waves of cool buzz, you're fine. There you go. You had no idea about GJT, Jenny? I talked about the last 2 nights. Doesn't cause schizo. If you're a schizo, you can amplify. Heath, I've heard the opposite. No, I've heard both. So Alex Berenson did some really good reporting on this. So I know the vaping thing is disgusting too. What's up, Lyrical? Had a call on Soundhound, did good for you. That's good. Ainde, cannabis has medicinal properties. Alcohol. Well, I agree with that. Yeah. Well, Ainde, I'm not going to listen. Let's not turn this into a big pot fight. I already said I think it should be legal. I just think there should be regulations on it. That's all. Like alcohol. I can't drive and drink alcohol. I can't drink alcohol in public. Let's just do the same thing with weed. Let's make it where you got to keep it to yourself. And kids, I think alcohol, so one thing with alcohol versus weed, if you smoke, you're pretty much high almost immediately, unless you're like been smoking a lot, versus alcohol where it's a run up. So I think it should be 21 as well. And I don't even necessarily like the 21 law, but I basically think we should have the same rules for alcohol as weed. Alcohol should probably be legal by the time you're 16, like in Germany and stuff. They have the kids in Germany and other places, they learn to drink before they drive, and they actually have less accidents as a result. When everyone could smoke cigs inside, yeah, a long time ago, man. I haven't seen Knott's latest video, so I'll have to watch that. If GTI squeezes, would you smoke just for a night? I've already smoked before. I might do it for a night. Who knows? I'd rather have some good beer. Where are you selling DJT at? You can buy it on Fidelity. Buy and sell, yeah. 75 IQ must be extremely painful. He was a smart kid, man. He was really smart. Your friend was the inspiration for Real Genius? I don't know about that, but that's a great movie. Jenny will say I don't smoke pot. I won't like it, but my husband, it actually helps him concentrate. Well, I do think it does help some people. Absolutely. I really do. Pot makes me wish I didn't smoke it right after I smoked. You guys are funny, man. Everybody's got some thing. Everything's bad legal if you abuse it. Well, that's true for almost everything. Yeah. Cannabis. Listen, anybody who says cannabis isn't addictive is crazy. It's not that your body gets addicted, but your mind does. And that's why they can't prove it's addictive, but it definitely is. Is a merger happening with GTI? I sure hope so. Made being a parent harder. Yeah. Tried to buy GTI, didn't go through. I'm sorry about that. So, all right, guys, I want to go through some stuff. I remember when pot was called dope. Yeah, even in the 90s, we called it that. I'm going to go through a couple things here. Like I said, there's not a crazy ton of news today. There's a lot of follow-up on like the Diddy stuff, the bridge. But we're going to go through the market. Obviously, I mean, futures are red right now, but if you guys saw what happened today in the market, I mean, freaking Dow almost 500 points up is just stupid. It makes no sense to me. None of this makes sense. There is nothing that should have been a catalyst for this. Absolutely nothing. So it is what it is. We're just still dealing with the nonsense. That's why I put the green up. Everything's green today. Even most of our stocks were green. It was just one of those days. It's like, okay, they're trying to suck everybody in today, get everybody excited, and they're building it up. I would not be surprised if tomorrow's red. Like I said, futures are already red. So in my opinion, it's just not that much to go over there. Bitcoin down to 69,000. Gold is at all-time highs, although it's a little bit down now from its all-time high. But it's just nonsense. You guys know this by now. You guys know the game. We can talk about it, but I'd be saying the same things over and over again. So I'm going to avoid that unless you guys ask me a question. I did want to go over a couple things here. I love this. This is so true. I've learned this a lot in my life. There are long periods when nothing happens and short periods where everything happens. This is 100% true. You can see the U.S. 3-year yield here with the yield curve. It's rising again pretty substantially. It's hooking right here, but it's staying there. We all know the yield curve is a ticking time bomb. So it's just a matter of time till something blows up with that. It's the longest yield curve inversion in history, which means that the crash is probably going to be even more epic. So, wanted to share that. Treasury market sell-off is probably coming soon, especially because Yellen is in big trouble. She's got to get rid of $2 trillion here in the next 4 days, and then she's got $8 trillion more to get rid of by June. So that's going to be crazy, but interest rates could go nuts if the treasury market really has this massive sell-off, which will choke out the market even more. So let's keep going here. I don't know why I brought that up. All right, another day, another record close. Dow marked its highest closing on record, almost 40,000. Index is up 7,500 points from October. That's so nuts. So nuts. Even with interest rate cuts removed, is this the strongest market of all time? The answer is no, because even you adjust for inflation, it's actually not the highest. But this to me is the ultimate trap. They're just pulling everybody in before they just dump it. So, Jenny, you going already? All right, we'll get some rest. We love you. Bless you. James, what'd you miss, Chris? So much. I don't know anything about ZJOL earnings. I just haven't heard anything on that. Brett breaks down like this. Okay, it's legal to buy it, legal to own it, and if you're the proprietor of hash bar, it's legal to sell it. I guess. Yeah, okay. No hangers with weed. You guys. The potheads always are hardcore about their weed. Don't mess with them. They are very passionate about it. Tom, if all the U.S. shipping lanes get shut down, the Dow could over 50,000. Interesting. So what makes you say that, Tom? Why do you think shipping lanes shutting down would make the Dow go up that high? I mean, I'm curious. No, so the current administration can't print. Remember, the Fed does the printing, okay? And so there's a lot of factors at play here. The Fed can print on its own in certain ways. not for the budget, but in other ways it can. The Congress could pass a stimulus bill and force the Fed and Treasury to print more, which will not happen because we have a divided Congress, half Republican House, half Democrat in the Senate. So that's just not going to happen. And unless there's an emergency, but then they'd have to crash first. And the other reasons is printing money right now will cause hyperinflation. It'll break the cycle of where we're at, which is trying to keep inflation down, and it'll ramp inflation up. And on top of that, they can't lower rates right now. They just can't. They want to, but they can't because inflation is staying very stubborn. So yes, market, I don't believe the current administration will print. I don't believe they have the ability to. All the money that was spent last year was based on the bills that were passed when it was a Democratic Congress and a Democratic senators before 2022's elections. So yeah, I just think they're stuck right now, and I just don't see it happening. Morty, when I believe others, real investors will catch on to finger. I mean, if it's for real what Martin Chen's saying about we'll take them to catch on. Great question, Morty. The answer is who knows? You know, if you want to talk about Finger, it's an amazing company, it's an amazing investment, but it's not. Real investors will look at it. What's keeping it lower is it just won't have the flood in of a GameStop or AMC, and the reason is it's not a household name. AMC is a theater we've all lived with for years and years and years. People wanted to save the movies, so they bought AMC. GameStop, most people are gamers now, have a history with GameStop. That was an easy one. How do you sell a company in China that nobody knows? It's hard. So you can only get real people who are paying attention. That's just hard to get a lot of buyers in. Nod is here. What's up, Richard? Brief GTI pre-10K update Thursday. Awesome. So Nod's going to have a video tomorrow about to fill us in to get us ready for the 10K coming out. Thank you, Richard. Love your stuff, man. I appreciate you putting that out. I'll be sure to watch. No updates with MMTLP, Jordan. I'm sorry about that. What about the saying the market's not the economy? Well, Gary, you're completely right. Market is not the economy. The market is the forecast of what the economy should be doing. So it's always early to the good times and it's late to the bad times. Right now, the economy sucks, which means the market is playing lag. It'll get there eventually. And when it does, it's going to go bust, in my opinion. But we're not there yet. But they always mirror each other. Just remember that. So if the market is taking off after a bad economy, remember, it hasn't had its crash yet. Good night. Love you. That was my 9-year-old saying good night. It hasn't had its crash yet. So, or its correction yet. So this is not the run up out of a rebuild. Okay. So coming out of a bad time, the market will climb faster than the economy, and then the economy will catch up. When economy goes bad, it goes bad first, and then the market catches up. Because the market always wants to stay up. It always does. Brett, yeah, the Royale with cheese. I love the Royale with cheese, man. So funny. Pulp Fiction is just great. Big Orange. Real estate starting to crack in Texas and Florida. If Texas and Florida, well, especially Texas, Florida's got the home insurance problem. So it's a little behind, or it's a little less strong than Texas. But once Texas real estate really starts going, the nation will follow quick. Texas is not in every metric, okay? But when you take all the metrics combined, it is the strongest economy in the nation that as independent from the others. And there's lots of reasons for this. One is just the mentality of Texas, but there's other reasons. It's the only state with its own electrical grid. There's a lot of independence in Texas that's just built into the state. So Texas, and it's also the second biggest economy after California without all the woke nonsense. California still hums along even without that. So, but if Texas goes down, if Texas real estate starts really turning, and I know Austin is, but the cities are not the state in Texas, okay? But once the state starts having that real estate correction, the whole nation will be in a bad place for sure. Green Bull, you got a cousin who's a pothead. All he talks about is pot. He's a janitor now. He was a mechanic for BMW leadership. What I know, that's the thing with pot. It's just like drinking. The problem is, like if you have a friend or yourself and you love alcohol, like I love beer. But if you drink too much, you become alcoholic and you start losing motivation, you gain weight, you get like depression mounts, all that stuff. And it hurts you. Obviously it ruins your life in many ways, or it can at least diminish your life. And just like your friend, and I've seen this with a lot of pot smokers, same thing happens to them. The difference is alcoholics, for the most part, either admit it or they, everybody else knows it and admits it. And they might be in denial, but everybody else is like, alcoholism's terrible. Pot smokers, in my experience, they never want to admit that it's a problem, ever. They always hold on to, oh, it's healthy, it's natural, God created it, it's an herb, blah blah blah, and they never want to admit that you can smoke too much. They, in my opinion, and this is just my experience, by the way. My brother was a pothead. I told you guys about my friend who was a super genius who was a pothead. I've just experienced this a lot. And I worked in the church. I dealt with these people all the time, honestly, in counseling. And the denial around being high all the time seems to be much, much worse than around alcohol. There's just not the same stigma because it's been illegal for so long. So there's only two people who smoke usually. It's people who don't care that it's illegal, and then people who just completely avoid it. Whereas with alcohol, there's moderation, and because it's legal, and so there's just a lot more. There's a lot more even moderation in the discussion about alcohol. But a pot, it's always like it's completely fine or it's completely bad. I'm not either of those people, but it definitely needs to be moderated because, yeah, I've seen a lot of people's lives ruined by too much marijuana. They smoke every day or whatever. They smoke in the car on the way to work or something. It's crazy. I was in the store today, just at the grocery store, and the guy next to me just reeked of it. Like, dude, chill out. Come on. So anyways, say what again on Vin? What was that? Florida supplies rising. Well, I that's interesting. All right, let's keep moving through here. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot tonight, but I do want to talk to you guys and open stuff up for us. Purchasing power of $1 is in perpetual bear market. If you took $1 from 1920 and held it until today, it'd be worth 6 cents. How crazy is that? Our dollar has lost 94% of value since 1920. You don't have to look too far to see how much damaging inflation can be. $1 from 2020, right before $4 trillion in stimulus was handed out, is worth just 80 cents today. We've lost 20% of our dollar purchasing power just in 4 years. That's nuts. And meanwhile, we're being told that Bidenomics is slowing down inflation. It's going down. It's not going down. It's not as bad as it was. But that's insane. We're paying for stimulus costing a lot more than $4 trillion. Inflation's biggest involuntary tax of all time. You can just see the dollar purchasing power. It's a little depressing. Did Bob Marley die of lung cancer due to too much dubage? I'm not sure about that. Yeah. So you're right. I'll never admit it. That's funny. Oh my gosh. My dog is barking. That is the last thing you want when kids are sleeping. I'm just telling you. And those who know. All right. Speaking of home prices, they're about to drop below the existing home prices. New homes, are about to drop below existing home prices for the first time since 2005. Do you guys remember 2005? 2005 was nuts because that was the height of when you could just buy whatever you wanted because of the whole bubble payments being passed on, the whole MBS mortgage securities going on from the Big Short. Okay, Big Short. 2005 was the peak of all that. I had a buddy in 2005. I was working with him at a Logan's Roadhouse. Okay, I was a restaurant server. I was a badass server too, by the way. I'm just saying. I made a lot of good money working just 5 days a week for a college student. And anyways, he with his girlfriend, they went in on a house. Now, that house in Fresno, California, in 2005 was $300,000, and their combined income was probably $5,000 a month. They bought a $300,000 house without even being married in 2005. And I remember this because we used to go over there and party with them because the house was so amazing. I'm telling you, this house today, even in North Carolina where I live now, it would be a $500,000 house in North Carolina, which means in California today, it's probably an $800,000 house. Okay. Even in Fresno. That's how awesome this house was. It was huge. We go over there, party, watch football, everything. Well, what happened? Sure enough, he foreclosed on it just 9 months later. Couldn't afford it. As soon as that, maybe it was a year later, it was as soon as the first bubble payment worked. And of course they broke up because you never buy a house with a girlfriend or a boyfriend. You just don't do it. You wait till you're married. You better have that commitment before you go in on a house together. So they broke up. He lost the house, yada, yada, yada. Same story as so many millions of people in 2005. But that was the last time the new home prices dropped below existing home prices, was when we were just at the verge of this crisis happening. Median new home price unexpectedly fell to $400,000 in February, down almost 8% over the last year. Lowest median new home price since June 2021. Meanwhile, median existing home price jumped to $384,000. Supply of new homes as high since October 2022. You know something's wrong when it's new. It's about to be cheaper than old. Isn't that wild? You see, they're about to cross right here. Pretty crazy. Bob Marley's spread to his lungs finally killed him, but started as skin cancer. Interesting. Do they speak English? Paulie, they're building in Orlando as far as the eye can see. Same here, man. Same in Charlotte, where I'm at. It's wild. DB, you have a doubt GTI is going to release 4K before it's a 10K, DB. Feel like this company's so slow. Well, they promised that to Richard, who I don't know if he's still watching, but not legal. They promised that to him in a legal statement pretty much. So they might be in trouble if they don't release it. Just saying. Oh yeah, the interest only loans, crazy. New houses are garbage. Materials suck now. Wood from 50 years ago will be around for long enough so being used. Tim, I could not agree more. I've lived in several houses built in like the 90s, 80s. They're all so much better than the houses I lived in that were built 2010 or later. I lived in a house just 4 years ago that was built in 2017 and is even though it's new and shiny and had some cool stuff to it, it was by far the worst house I've ever lived in. And I've lived in a lot of old homes. And that's saying a lot. So pretty crazy how that works, but you're right. They've gone really cheap on new homes. That's a fact. Why does everything feel so affordable? According to the pre-1983, which is my birth year, interesting, CPI calculation methods, inflation is nearly triple what current CPI data says. If you use pre-1983 CPI, inflation peaked at 18% in 2022 and currently stands still at 8%. This is why everything still feels so expensive, guys. They changed the methods. You know, they changed this on all kinds of stuff too. It's not just this. They've done it with unemployment. And you know what? One thing they've done it with, which nobody talks about, because there's two kinds of things. They'll it's real. Okay, so I'll just tell you. The other thing they've changed the methods on of reporting is obesity. Now, don't get me wrong. We're definitely heavier than we were 30 years ago in the 80s, but they also changed the metric. So the metric reporting is worse than it actually is, despite the fact that it's still worse than it was 40 years ago, if that makes sense. Under this method, housing inflation more than doubled since 2020. Isn't that wild? Even in August 2023, CPI would have been at 12%. That is so crazy. And that's why all these stupid stories are coming out saying, why doesn't everybody realize how good the economy is? The people are so stupid. They can't realize how good the economy is. No, because this is why. We're feeling it, and that's real. Not Richard's still watching. He says, if the 10K is BS, they will be sued by me. So, guys, we got Richard on our side. He is no nonsense, despite his horrible jokes that he tells over and over again. And by the way, Richard, I love most of your horrible jokes. But guys, this is real. We got fighters on our team, GTI finger. So I don't think the 10K is going to be nonsense. I think they'll get it out there. Seymour's. Are you talking about Marley? Drained his boot, got gangrene in his foot, turned to cancer. Ugh. I don't want to talk about that. That's gross. Big Orange. Poly Orlando may be last to fall. Much of Florida's supply building big time. Buyers are not there in mass anymore. I had somebody mention something interesting to me today. So you know that home insurance and home tax, property taxes are rising in many places. They're pricing people out of the homes they already have. It's encouraging people to sell. I heard just the other day that somebody in North Carolina, I know this was a problem in Florida, but in North Carolina, their home insurance went up 50%, which is insanity. And then she made this comment. She said, it's funny that all the building around us seems to be apartment homes. Well, what do you think? BlackRock and other investors are buying up 44% of homes on the market. They're trying to price us out of homes and turn us all into renters. That is 100% true. So we all just, guys, we got to get Trump back. We got to get Trump back and hope that all this changes, because under the Biden administration, this is only going to get worse. They are trying to turn us into a communist socialist place. And it's scary because they're using all these different methods to do it. It's scary, but I'm hopeful it's not going to last. But that doesn't help the person who has no chance right now and they have to get out right now. I'm lucky I'm not in that boat, but many are. So DB, are we going to legally attack GTI if they don't file 10K? Well, that's what he just said. Gary Ball, they changed the definition of a vaccine during COVID. I know. I watched it happen in real time. It's insane. Just Mike, your mortgage interest rate on your first house in 81, 16.25%, 7,100,000 new 1,200 square foot house in Tracy, 71,000. That's wild. Dude, I would still take a brand new house, which was probably pretty nice, right? 1,200 square foot. It's a little small, but it probably was nice. 71,000 at 16% versus 300,000 at 6%, right? I'm pretty sure that's still a better deal. Kevin, so according to Judge Engoron ruling on Donald Trump, does it mean I list my used car for sale at a higher price higher than the Kelley Blue Book value? It could be prosecuted for laying the probably. And speaking of that, did you guys see this? I gotta show you this. This is just hilarious. Deal or change in management or both is the goal, says not. And I completely agree with him. And that's what I've heard has been the goal. So by the way, yeah, thanks, Kevin. Please, guys, if you're watching, please I know I don't like to be that guy. I just don't. That's why I almost never say it. That's why you don't see me hitting it at the beginning. But if you're watching, please give a like. I don't I appreciate it. I really do. My channel has been in this weird shadow ban, not shadow ban, half shadow ban territory for a while now. And I'm really trying to break out of it. And I think my growth has slowed down so much. And I know, I don't think this sucks. I don't, because most of the same people keep coming and you guys look forward to it, right? So I feel like you guys enjoy the show, which means that the show's not the problem, the algorithm is. So please, if you guys don't mind, just please like the crap out of this video to boost that, help me break out of this. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Let's break out of this, okay? So I appreciate your help on that. I really do. Where's Ham been? Ham's busy, man. Ham's busy. I'm sure I'll have him on again here soon. I just had him on the other day. All right, check this out. Yeah, thanks, Marky. You brought up Jon Stewart. Check this out. This is so funny. Jon Stewart found to have overvalued his New York City home by 829% after labeling Trump's civil case not victimless. Isn't that funny? These people are so hypocritical. It's unbelievable. So they all say Trump overvalued Mar-a-Lago, and then the idiot judge, and I'm calling you that, Judge Engoron, I know you're not watching this, but the algorithm can pick it up. Judge Engoron is a freaking hypocritical, moron, asshole judge, political judge who should be banned from being a judge. There it is. It's right there. Because he's a moron. He's not only corrupt, but he's a moron. Saying that Mar-a-Lago should only be valued at $18 million. What a I can't even say what I want to say. But I don't want to be that angry. It's the dumbest thing you've ever heard. Mar-a-Lago is one of the most expensive properties in the United States. To say it's worth only $18 million is the dumbest thing. Nobody who has half an ounce of a brain cell can believe that. And yet he said that he overvalued all this stuff. Well, Jon Stewart had did a big old thing on it, and Jon Stewart, whatever, that the nice lib, the honest lib, he's not. He's a hack. He says something good every once in a while. But he's a total hack, and he overvalued his home by 830%. He's out there calling Trump out. It's BS. It's nuts. So everybody like now. Thank you, Paulie. Big JR, don't have to say it. Just have it flash on the screen every 5 minutes. I'm not going to do that. I listen, I'd have to build that into OBS. I don't want to do that either. It's kind of a lot of work. Yeah, not your stuff's great. Not we all love you. That's for sure. DB's right. Just my correction. The house was 1,400 square foot. 1,400 square foot, 71,000. That's not bad at all. Now it's currently valued 600,000. Jeez, California's nuts. Elongated. When the running of the bulls in Pamplona suffered due to the bulls moving. I like that. I don't know, but that's funny. Not a Rana fan. She hopes she sues Maddo, Joe, and all the rest. Yeah, I mean, the only things I hate more on rhinos like Rana are the hypocritical libs like NBC. So I hear you. Barbara, your house is 148 years old, solid as a rock. You updated everything when you bought it in 97. Told your son the only way I leave is how they throw their dead, sorry old butt out the door. I love that. I love that, Barbara. That's great. All right, guys, I'm going to do something here. Give me 1 second. Turn that. Hold on. All right, I need to check something here real quick. All right, guys, I'm going to do something different tonight, okay? Because I don't have much else news to share. I'm happy to listen, but I got time. I got time because my wife's gone and I don't got much to do. So, because my kids, the older ones, are the only ones up, they'll put themselves to bed. They just want to play it and, watch TV until they go to bed anyways. So they don't have school tomorrow, just so you know, in case you're judging me. But you're 140 years old and solid. You look great for 140 years old. Okay, I'm going to put this, I'm putting a number up and I'm going to do call-ins tonight. All right. So I'm going to start members only with this, with the numbers I'm putting up. So I'm putting a post on my YouTube channel right now. And, anybody who wants to call in with any questions, comments, stuff they want to talk about, I'm opening it up. So members first, and then if it is just dead and nobody wants to do it, I'll open it up to the rest of the chat, okay? But I just posted it right now. So members, you now have a number to call in if you want and talk to me on air. And other than that, I'm just going to do, I'm going to continue to do talking whatever you guys bring up, comments, questions, whatever I think of, that kind of thing. Because like I said, there wasn't a lot of news today. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, and it's a perfect time to start. So, alrighty. Year 10 in AMC years. What does that even mean? That's funny. Let me go here real quick. While we're talking about this stuff, I want to go over. So futures, interestingly red. That's kind of different. Wasn't expecting that after today's blowout. But so GTI today up 2.5%. It's still in that they can't get it very low below 30. It's so weird how it's been. I mean, it looks big because it's been in just this range, but if you really go far out, you can see it's barely moved in the last month and a half. So I'm hoping the 10K gives us something, and then obviously the movement with the dividend, hopefully coming in April. Finger up 10 cents today, which is great. I do think some bigs coming with Finger real soon. The only news we got, unfortunately, this week so far, which I was expecting more, was that Benzinga, what was it called? The Benzinga settlement, which is great, but not what we want to move the needle here. But as you can see, Fingers just, it really tried to break below 2 at one point, but we're holding, so that's awesome. And ZJYL, we're trying, guys. We're trying to break out here. I mean, volume, not that great, but not terrible. 320,000, but up 14 cents on the day when you count after hours. So hopefully we break out of this slump here too. So what's up, Kit? How you doing? Kit, what happened with GameStop, man? We were asking for you last night. Let not legal out. That lets him out, you said? Vinman made 500 in 3 days with CGC. What's CGC? I've been having a good run with DJT right now. I think I'm up almost 1,000 the last couple days. Holy cow, Vinman. You're not joking. Look at this thing go. What's it done over the last few days? When did you buy in? You'll call him with a Trump voice. I'm kind of surprised. You guys always want to talk, and now nobody's calling in. So, does anybody even interested in that? I thought you guys would be interested. I've had multiple people ask me the last few months if I was ever going to do call-ins, and I'm finally doing it. And nobody's taking advantage. So, oh well, it's fine. It is what it is. Is Benzinga settlement a monetary value? I don't think so. I think it was just that they're pulling all the stories, negative stories from their site, which is a big deal because Benzinga is one of the main sites that a lot of the traders go to. So it's a big deal. It's just not, it's not what we want. But I don't think we're that far out from a kick and call. Not can always call me. He's different. He's a creator. So if Not wants to call, he can always call in. Not has my number. Jeff, I put it on the it's a post on the page. Who call in and make believe they're ham? Good luck imitating ham. It's Jeff, it's a post on the page. You have to go to like where the posts are. It should be if you go to my main page on YouTube, there's like a video, a live button, and then there's a community button. So Mike, great question. I think I'm going to go to Texas either the third week of April or the third week of May. Those are when the tickets are the best. So I'm looking at both those times. Are you serious, guys? Hold on a second. Let me make sure it posted right. All right, I'm going to show you guys where to go in just a second here. Yep, there it is. Okay, members only can see this, so I'm not going to... All right, you see this? This is my page, all right? And there's all these tabs. This is where we're at right now. We're on the live tab, okay? You guys want to go to the community tab, which I'm not going to click on because it'll show the number. But you see here, it's playlist, and then you go over one more community. Click on the community tab. There you go. And so, yeah, feel free to call in if somebody wants to call in, and I'll take calls. I'm going to take calls for a while, and if they come in. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Gary found it. All right. See. So you guys, if anybody wants to call, now's the time. I'm gonna be here for a bit. Like I said, my wife's out of town, so if I have to go get another beer, I will. But this is open the rest of tonight. I don't have much other news to report on, but I'm happy to talk about anything you guys want to go through. Oh yeah, Goodwill. If Goodwill comes in, he's always welcome to call, of course. The first black tooth's on me. Thank you, Mike. I look forward to seeing you guys. I'll be in the San Antonio area. So anybody, when I go to Texas in about a month and a half, depending on when I finally get out there, it'll be somewhere between, like I said, late April, late May. When I go out there, I will be in the San Antonio area, and I will pick a night, and we'll pick a place, and anybody who wants to show up in that area, we'll get a table, and or find a good bar. It'll probably be Friday or Saturday night, so it'll probably be we'll need to reserve a table. But anybody wants to come have a drink with me, I would love to hang out with you guys. So, oh, you can see it, Narad? I didn't put it on the members only. That's hilarious. Okay, well, that's my bad. I guess it's open for everybody then. That's okay. Finger is percolating. We're just ready for it to break out. Gary, you'd call him, but you got spanked. Gary, I don't spank people like that, okay? Unless somebody's being... Narad, if you want to call in, you can call in if you see the number. Kit says September 30th gets them for Univest. Really? That's so far away. You think they'll wait that long? That's a year after the S1. Ham's not calling in tonight. If he hasn't called in already, he's not calling in tonight. Jeff, watch on your cell phones. One need to hang up from this live stream to call. You probably will, Jeff. Yeah. You probably would. What's up, Bug? Oh, here we go. I got a call, guys. Exciting.
Call from Barbara.
Hey, Barbara.
To accept.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Barbara. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? I'm watching you talk.
I figured.
I just called to say hello.
Okay,
I
great.
get early morning and say hi to everybody.
I will. Thanks for calling in, Barbara. It's good to talk to you.
Okay, big hugs to everybody. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.
Sounds good, Barbara. Take care. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. That's history, guys. Barbara just made history as the first caller on my show that wasn't a YouTube celebrity like Not Legal or Ham. How many dollars per minute? I'm not charging. You're gonna be in San Antonio second week of April, Kathy. You might catch me if at the end. There's a chance we cross over there. So, gonna see Tony D? Never. I never will see Tony D. Somebody else tried calling, but I missed him because Barbara called. Bought 1,800 shares of GTI and E-Trade today. Had no problems. Nice. Whoever called in, try again. Does Alec Baldwin desperate call and feel? Oh my God. CJ, that's so funny. I forgot about that. That's so old school. That's amazing. That does have that feel. When he launched that, what was it? Air America? That's what it was, right, CJ? Air America, the Alec Baldwin show. And he's like, well, we got so many calls here. That's so that was so funny. I forgot about that. That's amazing. Bots calling me vote for Joe. Oh God. Not Legal gave GTI's attorney the opportunity to stay beyond 3/31. He stuck with that date. Well, the problem is 3/31 is Sunday, and 3/29 is Friday, the Good Friday. So who knows? All right, let's see who else is calling in here. All right, hello.
Hey, Jamers, how you doing?
Jamers, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. No, I thought I'd give this a try. We talked the other day, but
yes.
I wanted to call in and say hi and talk about shorts for a minute.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I just want to tell you, the behavior that we see on Twitter with the shorts that literally attack our tickers daily. Like these guys, I've called them out. Cryptosexual is my handle on Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
You knew that. But these guys that attack our Twitters daily, or our tickers daily, this is not normal behavior, right? These aren't former guys who got in and lost money and are bitter about it and just want to dump on and bash this ticker like GTI and Finger. These are people that have to be, I believe, in my core, that these people are paid paid or hired or directly related to the shorting. It's just not normal behavior.
100%. Yeah.
And the fact that they are there, they show up day in and day out to attack, tells me we're onto something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, you posted it the other day,
Right.
which I thought was brilliant, when you put all the those 4 stocks together and showed them collapsing all at the same time. I mean, that just tells you a lot what you want to hear right there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been through this before. Right? This is my first rodeo with dealing with the shorters and the short attacks. And I recognize the signs. I recognize bots. I recognize people that I can see patterns, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And you can see that these some of these profiles are controlled by the same people, and they're just managing 3 or 4 profiles at least,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And they want to. It's really a psyops operation, okay?
Yeah.
It's really.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Are all of these people connected? Am I?
You're back. You're back.
How am I sound? Okay. But, are they directly connected to the, hedge funds that are over their skis in the shorts? I don't know, but it's just, there's definitely something going on with it, because look at the other tickers. I mean, there's the occasional comments on all the tickers that aren't performing the way you'd want, where people come in and they'll make a couple of comments from the peanut gallery and they go away. But when you have 8 or 10 or 12 people, Twitter profiles, X profiles, that just spend every waking moment bashing the same our same plays, and they're just totally singled out, and that is a message to me that we're hitting a nerve.
Yes. Yeah. Why else would they go after our little stocks, our little penny stocks? Why the hell would anybody spend their time going after people in a small stock like GTII that's under 30 cents on OTC markets? It's got to be some trouble.
Yeah, and some of these guys have been doing it. I looked at their history. Mm-hmm. They've been doing it for well over a year, right? I mean, talk about dedicated.
Yeah. Oh yeah, some of them, KM, Ramen. There's a couple I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're still around. I blocked them all for a while, and then I let them back in so I could just see what they were saying. But yeah, they've been around since early last year. I don't know, Jamers, how long you've been listening to me, but last year when I first started, it was like my 3rd or 4th video on GTII. I got a huge message from some guy on YouTube, and he just broke down this huge message about how he's a hacker and how I am, like, he's a good hacker, and how I'm spreading nonsense and gonna hurt people because of my investment advice in this stock, and I better stop, or else him and this group of white knight hackers were going to erase me from YouTube, and they've done it several times before. Anyways, he sent me like 3 messages, and I basically just laughed at him. He never did anything about it, but they tried to take me out from the beginning. And it made me wonder, like, how many other people maybe did get that and got scared, because there's not that many people who do content on GTI Finger and stuff. No,
and I mean, you guys. When I say you guys, we all have been sharing information for a long time now, and we created a solid foundation of retail who are educated, and they're not just going to walk away. Because if we didn't matter, why would they try so hard to demoralize you, right? Yeah. So never think that your 100 shares that you bought or your $200 you bought doesn't matter, and it absolutely matters, because Twitter or X is the battleground for the hearts and souls and minds of retail, right? It's the one and only place. I mean, YouTube is great, but Twitter is where people go to really share thoughts and ideas and information. in a very meaningful way that can propagate quickly,
Yeah.
right? Unlike the YouTube, because YouTube, it takes time to watch videos, but Twitter, people can watch one little 5-second meme and they're on board, right?
Instant,
a meme, a GIF, a GIF, or whatever we call them. Little things. It doesn't take much to influence and give people bits of information that help them make decisions on things. Plus, it's got to be timely. I mean, how many people were asleep at the wheel this week, and I was one of them, didn't get in on DJT, early, and you're like, oh, geez, we're sitting here moaning that we can't get a 10% bump right now, and we could have just made a 200% profit on some of these things if we got in early.
Yeah.
Twitter's the only place that's going to give you information in real time that you can act on.
Yeah. Well, especially if you don't pay for a group or something, but you get all of it for free on Twitter. Absolutely. You just have to know where to look.
Yeah. And those groups aren't all they're cracked up to be. What those amount to is, it's basically, I'm not going to say pump and dumps, right? Because I hate that term. That's obviously,
and there's very few people who actually do
they
that.
There's very few, but they do get in and they'll create a surge, right?
Yeah.
And they're out for their 20 or 30%, and they're not, so there's power in numbers, and that's what those groups largely try to achieve.
Yeah.
But let's talk about short and distort. Every time somebody says pump and dump, I'm going to say short and distort, because that's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
Every day it's short and distort the truth. We've seen it over and over and over. And if they could win on the truth, I mean, think about the buzzwords for these guys. What do they say every time? Reverse split. When's the next reverse split?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I see a random person who's not in our community just chime in and go, win reverse split, and they spell win, W-E-N, that's the way it's now supposed to be spelled. Win reverse split or win RS.
Yeah.
And then they say dilution. It's all about dilution. So they want you to think that everything is going to get diluted or reverse split, or the CEO is a liar, and you can't trust them. That's all the distortion. The demoralization that they try to perpetrate on you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you didn't matter, they would not be trying so hard to get you to bail on your position.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I just want everyone to know that you matter, and you know what? You can make a difference on Twitter.
Yeah.
And you might think, why when I go on X is it important to retweet, like, and post and comment? It's very important, because that helps the algorithm propagate that message, and the more people that become educated on what's going on, the better chances we have of destroying these short positions, which are just they're just a bunch of crooks, as Han always says. They're thieves.
Yep.
And it's easier for them to try to tear us down than it is to build anything up for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, not only that,
And
I mean, it helps everybody. It helps everybody know that we're not alone. It allows you to know what the community is like, and the truth is, going back to the bashers, if they are still this invested in going after us for GTI, finger, whatever, think about it. Why would they be? If what they say is true, and we already lost and it's over and we got screwed, why would they be tweeting about that every single day? That doesn't happen. That doesn't even happen in sports. If you're a passionate sports fan, you hate another team, you might say oh, we got you guys, but you don't just go into that community every day and bash on them. Maybe one idiot does that, but you don't get a group of people doing that over and over again. You only do that when there's a threat. That's it. So.
Agreed. Well, I'll let you go, because I'm sure there's other people that would like to get on, but thanks for everything you do.
Thanks, Jamers.
And absolutely, you're making a difference. I think we all need to stick together, unify, keep sending that message and don't give up. Period.
Absolutely.
Never give up.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it. Well, we're not going anywhere. So,
All right.
thanks, man. Thanks for calling.
Have a good one.
You too.
Good night.
Good night. All right, who's next? I saw a couple people try to call in, and I was on the phone with Jamers. So if anybody else wants to call in, now's your chance. Call in again. Kit says Fusters want retail and perpetual doubt, 100%. Oh, here we go. Minnesota. Oh, is this Moose? Hello?
Ace, what's up, man?
What's up? Who's this?
This is Eat Some.
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. Congrats on the milestone on your channel. Having call-ins, that's awesome.
Thanks. This is fun. I like talking to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I think it's really interesting. You know, one of the things about, I would say, the retail movement, I've noticed it's a lot, I would assume it's a lot of working class people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like normal people who are looking to make a better life for themselves.
Absolutely.
And it's one of the reasons why I love it so much.
Yeah.
I wanted to call and just say real fast, and you know, you can stop me if you want, no worries.
Go ahead.
But I, you know, lately I've been like looking to make some more money as we're waiting on some of these stock plays to you know, pop off. And right now there's sort of a bull market run in crypto, right? And I know you're interested in crypto.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of opportunity in crypto for people in our position who have been in these stock plays for a long time. We're educated. We know how to buy and sell. And I think those skills can be used in crypto, in decentralized crypto, to make some money and move it back into some of these plays and to add some extra pressure on some of these stocks that we've been waiting on.
Yeah.
So I guess I just wanted to say, I know you're interested in it. I'd love to hear you at some point start talking about it more. Personally, I have been, I bought some coins on the Solana sorry, I'm a little nervous. The Solana blockchain.
Okay.
And, you know, Bitcoin and Ethereum are great, but they're kind of slow, and they cost them extra money to sort of purchase things, the gas fees. Solana is fast and has very cheap gas fees. So if you do some research into the meme coins in Solana are really generating a lot of revenue.
What's this one called again?
And,
Solana?
Yeah, so it's the Solana blockchain.
Is it SOLANA?
Yes.
Okay, I'm bringing it up right now so people can see what you're talking about. Go ahead.
So in America, you can buy Solana through a centralized, what am I trying to say? What's the word I'm looking for? Like Coinbase, for example, is centralized. So you open a Coinbase account, and then what you do is I suggest there's different wallets you can get. You can I suggest, like for Selenium, there's a wallet called Phantom, which I think is great. It's very easy to use. And there's a wallet called Backpack. So different wallets can be utilized for different blockchains.
Okay.
So what I do is, this is my process. I go to Coinbase, I buy $200 worth of Solana, and then I take my Solana and I send it to my Phantom wallet. Phantom is the wallet that I use.
Sure.
And then I can exchange my Phantom I can exchange my Solana in the Phantom wallet for one of these meme coins that are on these decentralized platforms. So that's essentially how you go from central exchange to a decentralized exchange. Basically buying it on in America, we have Coinbase, and then you send it to an outside source where you obtain custody of it. And from there, you can exchange your tokens for some of these other plays.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
sometimes, yeah. And the way you can find some of these coins is you can use CoinGecko, which is a great website, or Dex Tools, or Bird.io, and it's kind of like gambling in a way, right? Because
Sure.
if you're gonna put your money on a token that is like really young, if say they're about to launch it or they've launched it in like a day or so, there's sort of like a period of waiting where you might want to just wait to buy it, even though it looks like it's taking off. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say.
No, I love it,
there's
man.
a lot of money to be made.
Absolutely.
And
so I was talking to my friend the other day about
yeah.
this. My buddy Anthony, who I'm gonna have on here. I need to have him on soon because he's a crypto guy. He's been my best friend for 34 years. Knows so much about crypto, but he was telling me about a meme coin the other day that had gone up like 60,000% in the last month. And so pretty nuts. But you're right. Yeah, there is money to be made, but it's like gambling and it can move fast. But I personally, I have like nothing else to put into crypto right now, and I'm waiting for some money to free up. But I am very interested long term. So I really appreciate your call because I know a lot of people watching this want to hear this stuff.
Yeah. I think, the crypto community is waiting for retail stockholders to join them. I really think that we're going to add a lot of benefit to the crypto community. We need to bridge the gap between the two.
Yes.
This is how we are able to add extra pressure to the stock market. And this is in the shorts, and this is also how we're able to generate some money quickly.
That's
because
great.
The crypto stuff never closes. We don't have to wait for the market to open and close.
Good point.
That's just an added benefit. And also, the global cabal who wants to take all our money away and everything. When more people are decentralized, it makes it harder for them to leverage that control over us.
Absolutely.
And
that's why I'm excited long term because I'm in these, obviously I talk about them all the time, every night. I'm in these plays trying to get a couple squeezes going, but long term, I definitely will be putting my money in decentralized, which is what I want. The only reason I'm even in the stock market now is because I believe in the incredible opportunity that's about to present itself as the market downturns, which I believe is coming soon. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think we're all waiting. My family is very conservative in the sense that, they're politically conservative, but they also are a little, techno adverse. So a lot of my family is like, we don't want to buy stocks. We don't want to buy crypto. We want to buy gold. And I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
We don't really know which way the winds are going to blow, but right now there's a lot of opportunity, and you might as well take the risk a little bit. So if anyone has any questions, you can find me at First Eat Some on Twitter. Just DM me. I'm happy to answer questions.
Okay,
and
can
help
you say that again real quick so I can pull you up?
Yeah.
First.
Yeah, no worries.
How do you spell that?
It's First Eat Some. It's just number 1 ST Eat Some on Twitter.
Eat Some.
Yeah. And I do shill for my token that I'm really into right now on Twitter, so everyone will have to forgive me, but I'm happy to answer any questions if anyone needs help.
Yeah, I do have somebody
sort of
asking you what
understanding
your favorite meme stock is right now.
Meme stock or meme token? My favorite meme token right now is actually something called Duco.
Yeah, sorry, meme coin.
Which is like a little...
Duco?
Yeah, it's a meme coin. Yep, it's DUKO.
Yeah.
It's a little meme coin on the Solana blockchain. If you were to pull up the chart in like CoinGecko, for example, you'll notice that it has a very kind of steady rise. This is an organic token, so what that means is instead of some of these coins will do like a pre-sale where they'll gather money and then they'll do a pre-sale launch when they launch the token. That's where a lot of people make most of their money. That's where you can throw $200 into a token, and then when they sell it, the price just skyrockets. And then sorry, I'm speaking too quickly here.
You're great.
Just
give a quick
There's a pre-sale on a token.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Pre-sales on a token is where everyone makes their money. This was an organic, so there was no pre-sale on Duco, and so all of the growth on Duco is all natural, all sort of community sort of driven. And I'm very confident as we get listed on other exchanges, centralized tier 1 exchanges, that we will hit $100 million market cap.
Awesome. Wow.
Relatively soon, I'd say in a couple weeks.
Okay.
So
that's amazing.
I think there's a lot of growth there, and it's steady, and the developers are trustworthy, and the community is really positive. So
wow.
That's my suggestion. But you know, everyone take what I say with a grain of salt. Do your own research, and like I said, if anyone has questions, feel free to reach out. But in the meantime, watch Ace. You know, get your stock fixed. And Ace, I've talked long enough. Thank you for having me. I'm gonna let you go.
Hey,
man.
thanks, Eatsum.
Have
Hey,
a great
man.
night, okay?
Hey, I want to have you back when you have another meme stock. Okay, just let me know. You can always DM me on Twitter. Okay.
Yeah, sounds great.
Not meme
Sounds great.
stock, a meme coin. Sorry. So whenever you come up with something, let me know. All right, I'll have you back.
Yeah, I will. All right,
thanks,
all in
man.
this together, you know?
Absolutely, we are.
All right.
Take care. Thank you.
All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Awesome. Well, that was our first crypto conversation, guys. I love it. I'm so glad he called in. All right. There's been other people trying to call in, so now's your time. Please take advantage. Let's see here. Media. Yeah, sorry. We'll do some crypto here. I'll never be the focus, but you know me. I'm always going to touch on whatever's going on. But yeah, I won't let it turn into a full-on crypto. So thanks, media. Until after we squeeze, then we'll see what happens. Immortal making more money in crypto and stocks. Bull run not started yet. You're hoping GTI could run before crypto. That's how I feel too, brother. I do. Many people are buying a small AI company called VHAI. What's that one, Vin? You want to tell me? Is that your Vinman AI? That's what it sounds like. Jacqueline, does anyone know you can get your Ethereum out of Voyager that went bankrupt? Oh my God, I don't know. I'm sorry. That you'll have to talk to a crypto person. Someone comes on shilling Dogecoin and you're going to bed. Mav. By the way, Mav, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Mav's wingman. That's hilarious. I don't think anybody's going to be shilling Doge unless it's unless I have Elon on. Maybe I could get Elon on. That'd be fun. But again, if anybody else, I'm still got the phone open. So Frank Rizzo doesn't jerky voice. I don't know. It'd be entertaining at least. Give me I had a couple callers call in. I guess they either went to bed or gave up. I had a New York caller and a Florida caller, but we'll see if they come back. But anyways, I'm very excited about what's possible with crypto. I still am not confident enough to put a bunch of my money in there because frankly, I don't have any money to free up right now. I was able to move a little bit around to get into DJT, which I'm really glad I did. It's really paying off for me right now. And I think this is not done. I really don't think this is done. The momentum, somebody posted today, an excellent post. Hold on a second. Let me pull this up. It was a great post about a way of instead of, yeah, here it is. It's Peter Schiff of all people. I'm not the biggest Peter Schiff fan all the time, but this is great tweet. Instead of donating to Trump's campaign, supporters should just buy DJT. Then Trump can borrow against his own appreciated shares tax-free to self-fund his presidential campaign. Trump will win in a landslide, and all those MAGA supporters who bought DJT shares will get rich. It's so brilliant and true. It's like we all win this way. I love it. And you better believe, there are so many people who pay attention to Peter Schiff, by the way, but you better believe that there's a lot of people who are just doing this right now, just buying DJT because they love Trump. And that is why I don't think DJT is going to have the downturn that a lot of stocks would at this point. I think it's going to keep going up for a while. I really do. Paul, you're excited about hearing coins and crypto? I love it. Media, feel the same about XRP shilling. Makes you want to jump out window. Listen, I listened to the XRP case, but I'm not 100% in on it. Is KYP mad at me? You know, KYP and I love each other, but we're like a brother and sister who disagree sometimes. I love KYP, and if she's watching, KYP, I got nothing but love for you. She's mad at me because I've been posting a little bit more politically. She does not like Trump, and that's okay. She's completely entitled to her opinion. She's a New Yorker, has a lot of friends in the legal system in New York, and that's her opinion. And she just can't stand him. Now, I love her because she's in this fight with us and she believes in it. And but she did not like some of the stuff I'm posting on Twitter, and so yeah, we got into it a little bit. But you know what? I got nothing but love for her. I am somebody who enjoys debate, and it doesn't affect my relationships. Not on my side. I don't get offended easy, as long as people are respectful and don't go cheap. If you go cheap, I just cut you out. But she's very respectful, and we have good debates back and forth. But I don't know. She might be a little mad at me. Avid keeps posting slow winners. You know, man, I love Avid. Avid is a good dude. I don't know what he's doing right now, but he's doing his own thing, and that's fine. I respect him for that. I shouldn't put a bunch of money, small amounts, in regular envelopes. I don't have a bunch of money, Deef. The little bit of money listen. I'm not gonna tell you guys an amount because it's none of your business, but. The truth is I'm not somebody who has a lot of money. I'm a regular retail guy like you, like almost all of you guys. I bet, honestly, a lot of you watching this channel have more than me invested. And it's not for lack of desire. I want to invest more. But I have 6 kids, a wife, and I'm 40, and I have a good career, but I still live paycheck to paycheck. And I had years where I barely made it. And I accrued a lot of debt, and especially credit card debt. So I don't have a lot of money that I freed up to put in the stock market. The money I'm living on the stock market right now is basically money I put in when I sold my house 3.5 years ago. And I put 10,000 in the stock market then. And since that point, I've probably added 5,000 in 3.5 years that I put in my own money in 3.5 years. And so you kind of have an idea of what I've put in. I haven't told you the exact amount, but my money is not all in. It is dispersed through 3 or 4 stocks, but I don't have a lot. So I that's how I did it. So I'm not like super well off. I know like sometimes, and I don't think most of you guys think this, but I do know that if you're on a camera in front of people and talking and people watch you, it's easy to think that person's doing well just because, there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect between people who are, we all grew up watching TV, and now we can watch YouTube. Well, YouTube makes it so regular people can be on TV. So if you do half a good job, it looks like you're on TV. Well, in the old days, TV meant you were rich. But yeah, that's not me. I'm a regular guy. I had somebody tell me the other day, like, oh, he's just doing this, keeps making that YouTube money. You want to know how much I make off YouTube a month? I'll tell you right now. My average on YouTube a month is about $1,000. That's about what I make on YouTube a month for all the time I put into this. I make about $1,000 a month. So there you go. That gives you an idea of where I'm at. I definitely don't do this for the money. Okay. And that's only recent. I even got to that point. So, there's not a lot of money in this, guys. I do it because I love it and because I care about you guys. That's why I do it. So, and now, it does help a little bit with, paying the bills or, putting aside some money for vacation or something like that, but it's not much. So other than that, I'm like you guys. Now, if I made the money I made now 10 years ago, I'd be doing really well, but inflation has killed me just like everybody else. I shouldn't be living paycheck to paycheck, but I am, because inflation has just destroyed me. My living expenses are so much higher than they were. So it sucks. It's hard for all of us right now. I don't think it's too late to jump into DJT right now, Paulie. What I would do, though, personally, if you're looking to get in, I'd wait for a little bit of a pullback. But man, I honestly think this DJT is going to break through 100 at some point. I just do. I don't think people are letting it go. I don't. They love Trump, and this is more than and this is huge. I mean, look at the volume, 28 million today. This is not just your average stock. This is something that people are passionate about and buying, but it's also a big name because of Trump. So you're getting a lot more volume than you would on other passionate, like meme type stocks. You want me to auction off my Niners hat for $50? I had somebody, you're way behind, Mav. I had somebody already offer me $100 for my old red one. So, and they said the same thing. I should auction off. They said they'd start the bidding at 100. Darren, you dollar cost averaging your crypto accounts weekly, as little as 10 in some positions. Where I love that. Brett, you're surprised that hedge funds haven't come up with a Madoff coin, all stolen, not ledgered, and minted virtually with crack. That's hilarious. You're so funny, man. I'm a YouTube thousandaire. There you go, just Mike. Big time. You're living paycheck to paycheck right now, Marco. I hear you, man. Darren, inflation turned your great income into just good income. Yeah, exactly. I take care of my family. We don't have to accrue debt to live. We pay all of our bills. I'm able to take care of everything for my family. And so 105, Jeff, of course I'll sign it. I'm not ready to fully auction. I got to bring the red hat out. But if you guys really want me to auction my old red hat, I will. I can't get rid of this one yet. This was a birthday present from my wife. But my red hat, my old one I used to wear for the first like 6-7 months I did this. Yeah, I'll auction that. Maybe we'll do that this weekend. I have time this weekend, so that'd be fun. Will I accept crypto? Heck yeah, I'll accept crypto. As long as you don't send it on like a peak right before it crashes, like Bitcoin at 77,000 or something, then it crashes at 60,000 next day. But anyways, all right, guys. Well, hey, like I said, there were a couple of people who tried to call in and they didn't make it. So I want to, hold on a second. Now my daughter's calling in. She's not for the show though. I wonder what she's calling about. Hold on. Hold on. No, my daughters are fighting. All right, sorry. These kids, man. Crack me up. All right, sorry. Kilby, do I think DJT will ease our other stocks getting beat up every day? Maybe put the heat on DJT or GWAC? I don't know what I mean by ease our stocks, but I do think it's an opportunity to make money in the short term. That's what I think. 'Cause I already made money, and I hope to. Sorry, they're still fighting me, man. Oh my God, these kids, man. Why are they gotta fight while I'm doing this? Jeez Louise. Anyways, I think DJT is a chance to make money right now. And I don't know how much you'll make, but at least get something green for a little bit. I'm saying Bidenomics is working. Yeah, I don't think so. Vin, man, problem with DJT is it's 55.70, and even if it triples, you have to invest a great deal to make it. That is true, Vin, man. But you could make, a couple $100 or something at least. But you're right, Vin, man. You're not going to get a huge win right now at these prices. But if it goes to 75, 100, you at least, you make something. If you bought 20 shares, 50 shares, you make 200, $500, or I don't know. It's something. But you're right. The real opportunity for a big run is over. I think so, unless it has a huge run. You think counterfeiters would go after it hard, Jeff? I think they did. I think they did yesterday. They ran it down to 58 from 78 at the end of the day. And today it was up another almost 9. So I think they are trying to, but I just don't think it's enough. Elon posts all the countries ban mail-in voting. Oh, man. We got to get rid of that so bad. Guys, my phone's still open too. I know a couple people tried calling in and didn't make it. So if you're still watching, want to call in, please. I would love you to. Yep, here we are. All the countries ban mail-in voting because it is fraudulent. I completely agree with that. France, Mexico, Belgium, Sweden, Italy, Ukraine. Well, Ukraine, that's hilarious. Italy, Russia, Japan, no Middle Eastern country, no Latin America. It's because, we all know. Ham doesn't have anything super special on ZJYL. That's the thing. He's really trusting his friends. And his friends are all still in. They all still hold it. And it is what it is. It sucks that it hasn't taken off. Trust me, I'm down too. But I know for a fact that Ham is holding on because his buddies are in it. That's why. And because he knows they hold more than the float. That's all there is to it. Mav, sometimes making life-changing money means risking your life. Kinda. I mean, I don't know about risking your life, but risking the money you put in for sure. You have to be willing to go for it. I mean, I'm not a big fan. You guys know I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I love the story of Jerry Jones buying the Cowboys, because when he bought the Cowboys, he had nothing other than the money he put up to buy the Cowboys. And he knew that if it didn't go through, he was going to lose everything. And there's a story of him at the dinner table the night before he got the word that the sale was going to go through, that his daughter was watching him, and as he was drinking his wine, his hands were shaking because he was so afraid he was going to lose everything. But he went for it, and now he's the greatest, most valuable franchise ever, and he's billionaire, and it all worked out for him. But you got to go for it. You got to go for it. That's for sure. Jeff, you'll fire up the laptop next time you have callers call in. Okay, I love it. Yeah, Brett, I'll have call-ins again tomorrow because I like it. I don't know why I waited so long to do it. It's actually much simpler than I thought. And so, yeah, I'll keep doing call-ins the rest of this week and maybe continue on from there because if you guys like it, I'll keep doing it. All right, Marco, have a great night. Is it over already, BN? No, I'm not done yet. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on, but I definitely I do have to work tomorrow, so I can't stay on forever. But I enjoy the call-ins, actually. I thought the call-ins were great, so I definitely want to keep this up. But yeah, today was kind of a slow news day, other than the fact the market went bonkers, and it doesn't mean anything for us. You guys know exactly how I feel about everything. I think this is a trap. They're trying to bring everybody in, and they're gonna kill them on the way out. That's what I think's happening, and everything's fake. Nothing's changed there. I haven't changed one thing about what I believe. The story has not changed one iota. I've been consistent this entire time. I'm going to continue being consistent, and that's where we're at. And so because there's not a lot of news, I opened it up for the calls. So, but I'm going to leave it at you guys right now. I'm going to let you guys put anything else in you want to put in, comments, questions. I'm going to catch up here in a sec. Anything else you guys want to put up, let's do it. And then I'm going to phase out, and I'll be back tomorrow. Okay. Whoa, that was weird. Mortal, GTI will still be the biggest squeeze. Sometimes when you chase others because of FOMO, you lose more. Great squeeze. Mortal, I completely agree. I still very, very much believe in GTI, and I have not sold any of my GTI shares. Miles, like the FedEx guy gambling his payroll to stay afloat. Right? Jeff, you got hockey tomorrow? Okay, man. Well, Friday it works. I'll probably be on Friday too. Van Man, you think Wolf? I think Wolf could do something big soon too. Yeah, Jeff, I really appreciate you coming. By the way, I will meet you guys if you're around. Jeff just said that he came by. He bought me a burger. It was very generous of him. I did not mean for him to buy a burger, but I cannot believe this happened. I actually forgot my wallet, which is, it like never happens to me, but I did. He was so generous. He still bought me my burger. And Jeff, I was teasing him because it's like most embarrassing thing ever. Somebody comes to visit you and you make them pay. But I really enjoyed having lunch with him. Anybody else who ever wants to come in through this area or meet up with me when I go to Texas, I'd love to meet you guys. I think it'd be great. So, Brett, you're doing chemistry homework. Found out there's a chemical compound for crack. Don't think the Catholic high schools that will appreciate the fun. That's funny, man. You should tell them. You should call one of them up, see what happens. Sister Mary Francis probably will be very, very hurt. Yeah, Jeff, you remember. You're laughing. That's funny. Well, guys, if you guys don't have anything else, that's fine. I'm going to catch up on sleep. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be watching carefully. Hopefully we get a 10K from GTI soon. Richard tonight said if he doesn't, he'll sue him because of what they told him. So that's always interesting. But and I'll keep the call-ins going. Hopefully, I'll just start leaving that number up and we'll see what happens the rest of the time. So yeah, let's schedule a meetup in Texas. I'll let you guys know when I'll be in Texas in the San Antonio area. And we will definitely, whoever's in that area or can come to that area, we will meet up and we'll plan it out. We'll have a big get together. It'll be super fun. I would love to do that. So, all right, guys, I'm going to close out with a prayer. By the way, if you haven't already, please like the stream. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to break out of this half shadow banning algorithm hell I'm in right now. So please like the stream if you're watching, subscribe if you haven't already. Greatly appreciate it. Truly, truly, truly. And share if you think there's anything interesting here. I have heard about a possible lawsuit for ZJYL. I don't have details. If I get details, I'll share them. Okay. Thanks, Mad Max, for sharing that. All right. Well, those who want to go for it. If not, I'm going to end with a prayer so the rest of you can join with me. And let's just finish out tonight and talk to you guys more tomorrow. All right. So, yeah, market's closed Friday. Good Friday. So, all right. Father God, thank you for today. Bless these people here. Thank you for the people who called in and what they offered, God. And I know others will call in as well, too, over time. And just thank you for this community. It's awesome. And I know we're going to get great things done if we stick together and just not stop. Just like Jamer said, use your Twitter. Yeah, get the word out, and great things can happen over time. So bless us all as we go forward in this. Give us wisdom and all the decisions we make with all that's facing us in our country and our personal lives. And we thank you, God, and bless everybody in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. Bless you guys. Love y'all. I will see you all tomorrow.